All right, so we'll just go ahead and get started in a seated position. And if you have a hard time sitting in a cross-legged position like this, if you have a pillow or even a towel or a couple towels that you want to stack up, kind of helps to elevate those hips and relax the hips a little bit more. So just an option for you. Then go ahead and close down those eyes. Go ahead and rest those hands down onto the knees. Take that big breath in through the nose. And exhale, just sigh it out. And relax the shoulders, the body, into the mat on that exhale. And again, inhale, big breath in. Good, and exhale it out. And one more time, just like that. Big breath in. Good, and exhale. And now from there, we'll reach those fingertips out to the side, flip those palms, reach those arms up overhead, and start to look up towards those fingertips. Thumbs will meet, then exhale those hands to heart center. Again, inhale, we'll reach those arms up, then exhale it down. And last time, reaching those arms up nice and tall. We'll add a little twist to it, so just reaching over to that right side. So that left hand's gonna come across the right knee, that right hand comes to the base of the tailbone, sit up nice and tall, and then exhale, we'll find a little bit more twist. Good, inhale, we'll bring those arms back up, then exhale it to the other side. Again, inhale nice and tall, and exhale a little deeper twist. Good, now bring it back to center. Just go ahead and bring the hands to the fronts of the knees. So grab on there. As we roll it back, just gonna tuck the chin, look towards that belly button. Feel those shoulder blades pulling apart. You'll feel that nice stretch to the upper back. Good, then inhale, we'll bring it forward and up. So flatten out the back, just hover that chest. Then exhale, round it back. Then inhale, bring it forward and up. And exhale, round it back. Good, so this time as we bring it forward and up, flatten out that back, just go ahead and walk those hands forward. Keep that back flat. Try not to roll forward onto the shins. We're really going to ground through those hips as we walk the hands out. So just feeling the stretch through those hips. And now we'll walk the hands over to your right side. So try to bring your chest on your sternum, kind of right above that knee. If that's not accessible, don't worry about it. Just wanting to feel that. A little bit of a side stretch and more of that stretch through that outer hip. Walk those hands back to center, and then we'll go over to the other side. And bring it back to center. Good, and then walk those hands up. And then just go ahead and switch across the legs. So again, reaching those arms up nice and tall. Good, exhale, we'll twist it to the other side. So lengthen on the inhale, and exhale that deeper twist. Good, bring it back to center, reach it up tall, and over to the other side. Good, bring it back to center, reach it up, and you get lower those hands down and stretch out through those hips, rounding those hips down, lifting through that chest, a nice flat back. As we walk those hands out a little bit more. And then we'll walk the hands over to the left side this time. And bring it to center. We'll go over to that other side. And then we'll walk those hands back to center and then sit up nice and tall. Go ahead and interlace those fingers behind the back. Okay, so work towards bringing your palms together this way instead of going outside like that. If you can, bring the palms and the heels of the hands to touch. You can draw those knuckles down towards the ground first, and then maybe start to bring those hands away. So just sit up as tall as you can, taking a couple breaths. And then we'll release those arms. Go ahead and roll it over onto those hands and knees. Okay, so on that inhale, go ahead and just drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone as you look up. And exhale, rounding that spine. So pull that tailbone down towards the ground. pressing the upper back, that spine up towards the ceiling as we just tuck the chin looking towards those thighs. And then inhale, we'll drop belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone as we look up. And exhale, round. Just a couple more times. Inhale, lift and lift. Exhale, round. Again, inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Good, now bring it back to neutral spine. Just go ahead and step those feet back to take plank position. If you need to go onto those knees, you can. But think about the hips being nice and flat, okay? So not quite that tabletop position. Bring those knees out a little bit more. So feel that activation through the core. You're really spreading those fingers out, pressing into the palms of the hands so that knuckle of the pointer finger is pressing down into the mat. Then we'll clawing those fingertips into the mat. Take another breath. Then exhale, we'll send those hips to the sky into that first downward facing dog. So you can bring just a slight bend into those knees, really pressing the tailbone up towards the ceiling and pressing that belly back towards the thighs. Then pressing those heels down towards the mat. Yes, then that big stretch all along the backs of the legs, into those calves. You want to pedal out those feet, just bend one knee. So you press that opposite heel down towards the mat. You can't. Now inhale on the toes. Bend into those knees to look forward, stepping those feet to the top of the mat. Inhaling the half lifts. We're going to slide those hands up the shin. So maybe bring those hands all the way up to the knees. You want that back to be just nice and flat. Then slide those hands back down as we pull. Just let the head and the arms be nice and heavy. And again, inhale, slide the hands up the shin, nice flat back. And exhale those hands down. Do one more time. Lift and lengthen up. Then exhale it down. Then we'll bend into those knees, flatten out the back. We're going to rise all the way up to standing. Reach it up nice and tall. So we press those hips forward as we reach those arms back. And now from here, we're going to interlace those fingers. This time we are going to point those palms up towards the ceiling. Draw that rib cage down. We'll just find that nice little side stretch over to the right side. Inhale, bring it back up. And exhale it over to that left side. Good. Inhale, reach it back up tall. Now again, we're going to interlace those fingers behind the back. So palms to draw the knuckles down. Those hands come away from the hips. Then now release those arms up. And exhale, fold. Find that flat back on the inhale. And exhale, we'll plant those hands down. Step those feet back to your plank. We're going to shift the weight forward as we lower it down. Point those toes, roll the shoulders down and back. So you can lift up into that baby cobra where the rib cage is, the bottom of the rib cage is still down. Or if your back feels like it's ready, you can lift all the way up into that upward facing dog. Just think about pulling those shoulders down away from those ears with that nice long neck. Pulling that chest forward and up. One more breath. And then exhale, we'll send those hips up to the sky for that down dog. Good, one more breath. And then again, inhale on the toes. Bend into those knees, step those feet, top the mat. And inhaling that half lift. And exhale, fold. And inhale, we'll rise to standing, reach it up. And interlace those fingers, palms up. We'll bend it to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale it to the left. Good, inhale it back up. And we'll interlace those fingers, so the palms together as we draw those knuckles down. We bring those hands away from the hips. Good, then release those arms back up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, flatten out that back. And exhale, plant those hands separate. Maybe you hop those feet back to your plank. You can shift weight forward, lower it down. Inhale, lift. And exhale those hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. And pause it a couple breaths. Gonna go ahead and lower onto those knees, bringing those toes together to touch shin, those hips back to the heels. Rest that head down to the mat. Coming into child's pose at resting posture. We're gonna lift up slightly, walk those hands off the mat over to that right side. Big stretch through that left arm as you press that left hip back to the heel. Then come back to center. We'll go the other way, so walking those hands over to that left side of the mat. Big reach through that right arm, pressing the hips back through the heels. Big stretch through that left, through that right side body. You're gonna bring those hands back to center. Come back up onto those hands and knees. Okay, we're just gonna send that right leg back. So flexing that foot, pointing those toes down. Now we'll curl the knee to the nose, a little rounding through that spine. Then inhale, send that leg back out. Good, exhale, curl it in. Good, inhale, press it back out. Good, then exhale, curl that knee and stepping that foot through. So try and get that right foot by that right thumb. You can slide that left knee back just a little bit more. Then inhale, reaching those arms up overhead. So that rib cage pulls down. Okay, tailbone is drawing down. Then we'll press those hips forward. So we want to feel that stretch through that left hip flexor and not just arching through the back to get deeper into this pose. Okay, reaching the arms up, maybe back a little bit more, a little stretch through those shoulders. And nice and tight through that core, gripping that front foot into the mat. One more breath. And then we'll lower those hands down, finding that twist, reaching that right arm up. If you want a little bit more intensity in this stretch, you can just bend that back knee and reach for that foot. If that's not really accessible today, you can keep that shape or just maybe stay right here in this twist. It's up to you. One more breath. And we'll lower that hand down. Go ahead and send that leg straight back. Flexing that foot. This time we'll add the arm. So that left arm is going to reach forward. We'll curl it in, drawing that elbow to the knee, touch. Inhale, reach it back out. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach it out. Last time, curl it in. And inhale, send it back out. We'll go and lower that hand down, lower the knee down as we go to the other side. So sending that left leg back. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach it back. And exhale, curl. Last time, extend that leg back. And curl it in, stepping that foot through. And you can slide that left to the right leg back a little more. You can, reaching those arms up, rib cage down, tailbone down, pressing those hips forward. You reach those arms up and back. A couple breaths. And we'll go ahead and lower those hands down. Plant that right hand. Twisting, left arm is reaching up. Again, if you want to start to bend that back knee, reaching for that outside edge of the foot, you can. And go ahead and release, or just untwist. Go and send that leg straight back. But this time adding that arm, so reaching that right arm forward, we'll curl it in. Send that leg back. And curl. And reach it back. Last time, curl that knee in. And send that leg back out. Again, lower the hand down, lower the knee down. Toes together, knees a little bit wider, maybe even coming a little bit wider than that distance. Reaching those arms forward as we rest that head down. Come on back to those hands and knees. You're going to step those feet back to the plank, and we'll come right to that downward facing dog. then we'll inhale on the toes. Stepping those feet up to the top of the mat. Find that half lift on the inhale. And exhale, fold, just letting those arms hang nice and heavy. And now we'll come all the way up to standing. Reach those arms up and then back. And then bring the hands to heart center. Okay, so from here, we're going to take a big step back with that left foot. So into that warrior one stance. So that back heel is grounded down. Those hips are nice and square. Okay, we're not arching that back. We're keeping that core tight. Low back is nice and straight. As we reach those arms up, think about pressing into the left heel and the outside edge of that left foot just a little bit more. Flexing this back quad muscle and bending deep into that right knee. Now, as we look at that front knee, we want to make sure that knee's not caving in at all. Press that knee out so you can see that big toe right inside that knee. Let's take another breath. And then we're going to interlace those fingers behind the back. So draw those knuckles down, and then hands will come away from the hips. Now from here, you can start to fold if you like. So maybe start by just covering that chest. Okay, or maybe you can slide that shoulder all the way down to touch that knee. Or maybe you're just somewhere in between. And now we'll release. As we rise back up, we'll straighten that front leg. So try not to lock that leg out. Just a slight bend in that knee. Keep the hips nice and square. So you reach the hands forward with that flat back. You can lower the hands down to the chin, the ankle, or maybe those hands lower all the way down towards the ground. Inhale, flatten out that back a little more. Then exhale, we'll slide those hands down as we hold. So you should get a big stretch through that front leg. Think about pulling that right hip up and back, that left hip pivots forward and down. So see our hips just nice and level. So then rebend into that front knee, reach those hands back up. No, then we'll bring the hands to heart center as we step those feet to the top of the mat. We'll go to the other side. Okay, stepping that right leg back. You've been grounding that heel down, squaring those hips off, rib cage down as we reach those arms up. And now we'll interlace those fingers behind the back. Open up that chest as those hands come away from the hips. And now start to fold. So maybe just hover, or maybe bringing that shoulder all the way down to that knee. Release those hands as we rise back up. Again, straighten that front leg. Keep those hips nice and square. So think about pivoting that right hip forward a little bit more. Then reach those arms out, lower those hands down. Flatten out the back on the inhale. And exhale, slide those hands down as we fold. Pulling that left hip back, right hip's gonna rotate forward. Gonna rebend into that front knee. Reach those arms back up. And then bring those hands to heart center as we step those feet together. Reaching those arms up tall. Then exhale, fold. Just flat back on that inhale. And then exhale, just let the head hang heavy. Grab opposite elbows. Maybe just gently sway from side to side. Shake your head, yes. Release any tension in the neck. And then bend into those knees, flatten out that back. We're going to rise back up. Reaching those arms up, we'll take that big step back. So now we're coming into a lunge. So that back heel is going to be lifted this time. And hips are square. We're bending into that front knee. If this is a little bit too much on those toes, okay, or if you've been balancing, you just come back to that warrior one. That's okay. Okay. But when the toes are up, we spread those hips a little bit more. It's a little bit longer stance. Be a little bit more stretch through that back hip flexor. Just a little deeper bend into that front knee. And try and straighten that back leg as much as you can. Breathing, reaching those arms up, holding it here. And then exhale, we'll cover that chest, reaching those arms back. And then inhale, we'll bring those arms back up, core nice and tight. Good, and then step those feet up. If you keep the arms up, we'll go right into that other side. So big step back with that right leg. Rib cage is pulling down. We're straightening that back leg as much as we can. Sink a little deeper into that front leg. Again, with that front knee, you want to be able to see that big toe right inside that knee. Not letting that knee collapse in at all. And then exhale, we're going to hover the chest, reaching those arms back. And then inhale, we're going to rise back up. Pause it here. And then we'll step those feet to the top of the mat. Again, arms will reach up. Exhale, fold. Flat back on the inhale. And exhale those hands down as we fold. Inhale, rise back up. And last one of those standing postures here. We're going to take a big step back with that left leg. Okay, turning those toes out. So the feet are going to be perpendicular to each other. So the right toes are pointing forward, left toes are pointing to the long edge of the mat. Teeing up those arms as we bend into that front knee. And that chest is straight up and down. We're nice and strong through those arms. And we're going to lower that forearm down as we swing that left arm up over our head. So looking towards getting that bicep right by the ear. Palms are facing down. Then rotate that chest open a little bit more. I'm still working on pulling that rib with that tailbone down towards that back heel. If you want to slide that hand down a little further, so maybe grabbing onto that ankle, or maybe the hand comes all the way down towards the inside of the foot. And then we'll release as we rise back up. Straighten that front leg, flip that palm, reach it up and back. And then we'll tee out the arms, stepping those feet back to the front of the mat. We're going to go to feet on the other side. So big step back with that right foot. Again, adjusting those feet so the left toes are pointing forward. Right toes are pointing towards that long edge of the mat as we tee out those arms. Just looking towards that left hand. Let's see the step front a little bit more. Chest is up nice and tall. And then we'll lower that forearm down as we sweep that right arm up over our head. Keep that chest open. Keep that core tight. So we don't want a ton of weight on our forearm. We want to be using our core to keep us lifted. So we can even reach that bottom hand up. That's how little weight is on that forearm. Again, if you want to slide that hand down a little bit further, you can. Just keep that chest nice and open. If you notice to reach your hand down, if you're really collapsing through that chest, you're probably a little bit too low. So just bring it up a little bit more. Just stay in that spot that's comfortable for you. One more breath. And inhale, we'll rise back up, straighten that front leg, flip that palm, reach it up and back. And then we'll reach out those arms, stepping those feet back to the top of the mat. Reaching those arms up. And exhale, we'll fold. Find that flat back on the inhale. And exhale, we'll land those hands down. Step or hop those feet back to your plank. Shift the weight forward. Lower it down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, those hips to the side, downward facing dog. Okay, now from here, we're going to step our right foot outside our right hand. Okay, so it's a little bit wider stance. You should have room for your hands and your shoulders inside that right knee. Okay, so this is going to be a big stretch, maybe for that hip flexor, that inner thigh, outer hip, maybe into that hamstring. You just stay right here on the hands. Make sure, so instead of being kind of in this position, we want to walk that left knee back, keeping that back nice and flat. And if you want more of a stretch, start to bend into those elbows. And if you think you can make your way all the way down onto those forearms, you can. So if you had a pillow or a block or something at the beginning of practice to sit on, you can always prop your elbows up on that too. So just whatever you have handy, just give you a little bit deeper stretch. Kind of up to you. Again, if you want to stay on your hands, that's fine too. Just keep breathing through this. Kind of a big stretch for some of you. If you want to flex into that foot on that outside edge, let that knee open up a little bit wider. That's an option. It's usually a little bit more stretch through that outer hip. And slowly make your way back onto the hands if you're not already there. Straighten that front leg. We're going to fit those hips back. So the hips are stacked right over that left knee. Walk the fingertips back left. Lift through that chest, pulling the toes back. And just that slight bend into that front knee. And maybe folding a little bit deeper over that thigh. Then rebend into that knee. Go ahead and send that leg back, and we'll go to the other side. So we'll step that left foot outside of that left hand. Lower that back knee down. And make sure that leg is sliding back a little bit more. So a little bit of a stretch through that hip flexor. That hip is extending, pulling that chest forward, flattening out that back. And you can turn those toes out a few degrees too. And from there, just start to bend those elbows, maybe a little bit deeper stretch. Make your way all the way down to the mat. Side to side, it might feel completely different. So just kind of play around with it. See what works. Just grab your eye, making sure you're breathing. You want to flex into that foot, let that knee open up a little bit more. So as that knee opens up, make sure the hips aren't going with it. Keep those hips right in the midline of your mat. And slowly bring it back up onto those hands. Go ahead and step that leg back. We'll keep that knee down. Straighten that front leg, pull the toes back. Hands walk out to the right with the shoulders. Keep the flat back. And from there, we'll fold maybe a little bit deeper. So the more we pull those toes back and flex that foot, the more that stretch will be all along the calf, the hamstring. Rebend into. Go ahead and step that foot back. Come through one last thing. Yeah, so shift weight forward, but lower down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, those hips out to the side, downward facing up. Now make your way through to a seat. So maybe you hop the feet and just lower those knees down. Okay, we're gonna bring the bottoms of the feet together. Again, if you find that your knees are kind of all the way up here, if you sit on a block or get that pillow or whatever you have, it helps to get those knees to relax down a little bit. Sit up tall, grabbing onto those ankles. And from there, just start to fold it forward. And inhale, lift through that chest. And exhale, maybe fold a little bit more. And now inhale, bring it back up. Go ahead and bring those knees together. We're gonna roll down onto your back. And go ahead and hug that right knee into the chest, extending that left leg out long. You can rest your head down. And now with that left hand, go ahead and draw that knee just across the body. Right arm is gonna reach out. Keep that right shoulder down on the ground, so that's gonna kind of limit how far you can twist. Taking that big breath in, and on that exhale, maybe softening into a little bit more twist. Okay, keeping that left leg nice and straight. Breathing. Finding a little bit more twist with each exhale. And we can bring that knee back to center. You switch sides, so we're going to have that left knee in. Right leg is going to reach out long. And then with that right hand, guide that knee across as we reach that left hand out. That left shoulder down as we twist. Bring that knee back up. And straighten yourself back up and into those knees. Planting those feet down, so toes are pointing straight forward. Thighs are tracking straight forward, so nice and parallel to each other. Really grip those toes into the ground, press into those heels. Okay, we'll start by just lifting the hips, and then roll it up one vertebrae at a time. A little stretch maybe through those quads and hip flexors. Really press into the heels, squeezing those glutes, pulling that rib cage down, keeping that core nice and tight. Okay, so we're not arching through the back, we're trying to lift up through those hip flexors. And if you want to interlace those fingers behind the back too, walk the shoulder blades spread. Stretch your shoulders too, you can. And then slowly release those arms, drop those shoulders back out, roll those hips down, one vertebrae at a time. See how those arms, just drop the knees over to the right side, keeping those feet right where they're at, just coming out to the sides of the feet. Back to center, and we'll go over to the left side. Center, and over to the right, and center, over to the left. One rotation, center, and to the right, center, and to the left. And bring those knees back to center. Go and hug that knee, the knees, into the chest. As we round that spine, we lift forehead to the knees. And then we'll extend those legs out, reaching those arms up overhead, that full body stretch, fingertips all the way down through the toes. Big inhale, reach a little bit further. And exhaling those arms down by the sides, palms will face up. You can bring those legs maybe a little bit wider, arms a little bit wider. Just closing your eyes here, just completely relaxing and resting these next couple minutes. Begin to deepen your breath. Just gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Even circle the wrists, the ankles. And reaching those arms overhead, that full body stretch. And we'll hug those knees into the chest. Just go ahead and roll it over onto one side. Just like that. Bicep support your head as the other arm just falls in turn. You're just resting here. And it's kind of waking yourself back up. Maybe we can press into that hand as we come up into that seated position. Just how we started. Legs are crossed, sitting tall. And then we'll just inhale those arms up overhead. And exhaling those hands to our center, bowing your hands. Thank you guys so much. Namaste. All right, guys, if you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, just go ahead and email me, let me know. And then I will see you all next week. All right, thanks.